It is a championship for the Bedford Bulldogs, 3 in a row.
Johnson serves it in. Great header there, and it's a goal.
Brian O'Brien shot, Bedford goal.
He's at about the 18, sends it up and over and in. Big shot, Grace Crowder. Will kick, snaps back, kick is up. It looks good. It is good.
It's good.
It is good.
It's good.
It is another beautiful fall night here at Bedford High School. You are watching BCTV live coverage from Bulldog Stadium, also known as the Boneyard. Division I field hockey, the Bedford Bulldogs taking on the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. I'm Pete MacDonald along with Scott O'Donnell. Scott, if there is a rivalry for Bedford, it has to be Bishop Guertin.
It certainly is, Pete. In all types of sports, several of the athletes on this field live right here in Bedford. Right off the top, this starting lineup with Bishop Guertin is filled with Bedford residents, and a lot of these girls on both sides of the field tonight grew up playing field hockey together, started the game together, went to clinics and camps and play out, in different clubs regularly, play summer field hockey together and against each other, lacrosse against each other and with each other. And you want to talk about a rivalry, there certainly has been. In both girls basketball and boys ice hockey last season, the Bedford Bulldogs lost to Bishop Guertin, and there's been numerous state championship battles on the lacrosse fields for both the girls teams and the boys teams. So quite a matchup we have here tonight. And you're going to see a real treat, because we have one of USA Today's top 50 athletes to watch in the country. And along with a couple other girls, field hockey players from New Hampshire, it is Taylor Gabord, number 8, is someone to keep an eye on throughout the course of this game. As play gets underway here at Bedford High School. Eloise Montagano knocks a ball down and draws a foul. It's going to be a free hit for the Bulldogs as she comes up across the 30. She tries to go near sideline, and that'll go out of bounds. It's going to be a free hit coming back the other way for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals as they take it up to the 16. Guertin tries to clear. Ball comes right up to Taylor Gabord as she comes up across the 50. Beautiful ball. She lays out to Addie Dodona, and Addie Dodona works the 10-yard line, the baseline, but Mia Guertin is there for the Bedford Bulldogs, slows the play down, and the ball goes out of bounds. Ball inbounded by the Cardinals into Dodona again. Guertin there again. Wins the battle, tries to clear it up the field. Knocked down by Denon, but they're going to get a foot call to go BG's way as Madeline Harrington tries to work it up the field. Taylor Gabord trying to work it into the shooter circle, gets the benefit of a call, and she quickly moves the ball over to her teammate. Ball advances into the shooter circle, and another call for a foot foul, and the ball's going to come out. Free hit for Bedford. They'll come back up to the 16. Brooke Poirier tries to go far sideline to Grace Wolf, right up off Grace Wolf's stick and out of bounds. And Guertin will rebound and back at the 25. Gabord tries to get free. Can't break free of the Bedford defenders. It's going to be a free hit. Eloise Montagano for Bedford. Goes far sideline, into traffic, loses it, ball out of bounds. And it's going to be BG's ball on the inbound. Try to go far sideline. Montagano is there. Montagano sends it up to Grace Wolf. Grace Wolf tries a turn. Can't. Ball bounces free up to Denon. Denon finds leading scorer Davidson as she comes up across the 20. Defender falls down, gets into the shooter circle, And she's going to earn the benefit of a call. It's going to be a corner for the Bulldogs. First corner of the game. 11:45 on the clock, first quarter.
Terrific offensive play that led to a corner.
Beautiful pass up from Denon, right on the tape of Davidson, excuse me. Amelia McDonald on the inbound. Inserts it up top. Denon over to Montagano. Montagano tries to get a shot off. Knocked down nicely and defended well by Bishop Guertin. That looked like Lauren Redfern on the back line for the BG Cardinals as they come charging back up the field. Harrington throws it out, gets into the shooter circle, but Addison Wolfinger comes out and kicks it free. Out of bounds to slow down the charge of the Cardinals. From the far sideline, Gabord will inbound from the 15. Stick handles nicely in and around several defenders. Gets it in the shooter circle. Shot by the Cardinals just wide to the right of the net. Believe that was Harrington on the far side with the scoring opportunity. Excuse me, Haley LeBlanc. Bulldogs from the 20. Denon tries to drive the ball upfield. Knocked down by Harrington. Harrington comes near sideline. Montagano knocks it out. Harrington quickly turns, tries to insert, but ball comes up high. Dangerous ball. It's going to come back Bedford's way as Denon, senior captain, number 22, midfielder, works the sideline. Rips one down to the 35, but no one's able to gather. Montagano shoots the ball up to Davidson. Nicely defended there by the Cardinals as they find Gabord on the run. Harrington back to Gabord. Nicely defended by Amelia McDonald as she sticks her stick out and gets in the way of that pass, stopping a great scoring opportunity for the Cardinals.
Bedford defense is going to be doing a lot more of that, I think, to hold back the Cardinals offense.
Ball back in play. They go to the top of the circle. Denon knocks it down, tries to clear to O'Donnell, but catches her in the foot. And the Cardinals are going to get awarded a corner. Their first corner of the game, just about 9 minutes left on the clock in the first quarter. And everybody keep an eye on number 8. At the top of the shooter circle, Taylor Gabord. Bedford players set. Signal from the referee, ball inbounded. Gabord wheels to her right, rips one hard down low side. Shot score, Cardinals are up 1-0. The beautiful corner play, nicely executed as Gabord wound up on the run and found the low left side of the net.
That's what you expect from Taylor Gabord. Top 50 in the country, top in the state for sure. You're going to hear her name a lot tonight.
Certainly are. As advertised, Pete. Ball comes back up the field, back into Bedford territory. Brooke Poirier steps up, tries to clear it, but the Cardinals win the day as they come back across the 20. Advance it into the shooter circle. Ball bounces around. Sophomore defender Mia Catane gets it, clears far sideline. Grace Wolf tries to work it out. Montagano scoops it up, gathers it, goes far side, trying to catch Lydia Denon on the run. Denon with a nice play to knock that ball loose as she advances up to the 20. Davidson at the 10, wheels back, trying to get the ball back in the shooter circle to find Denon. Just misses Denon, but quickly cleared by the Cardinals. Nicely defended as they come up the far side of the field and quickly get right back to the offense. Gabord up to Dodona. Dodona to the 10. Catane gives chase. Does beat her and knocks the ball away and out of bounds. A slow this rush down from the Cardinals. It's going to be Bedford's ball. Maddie Kiley finds Tegan O'Donnell at the 45. O'Donnell with a give and go to Kiley. Kiley gives chase, ends up across the 30, continues up the field, just can't get all that ball as it's knocked out of her reach. And the Cardinals have it at the 35 up to the 40. Denon tries to make a move, but Harrington gets it. Harrington slides it up to Dodona. Dodona at the 10, crosses over, tries to advance it into the circle, but Amelia McDonald is there for the Bulldogs as she rips one trying to clear. Nicely knocked down by Maddie Harrington as she continues to go towards the center of the field. She's going to draw a call. Free hit. She tries the other side of the field. Cardinals give chase. They just keep it in bounds as they try and get it back into the shooter circle, but Eloise Montagano is there. Montagano tries to work with Denon. These Cardinals are certainly pressuring the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs just haven't quite seemed to be able to advance the ball out with what they're notorious for, which is the quick, short passing to get up and out of the field, out of the defensive end of the field.
I'll tell you, too, with the Cardinals, the pace of play is fast. They are pressing, and they are fast.
Yeah, you can see that for sure, Pete. Ball goes far sideline. Grace Wolf tries to win the battle, but knocked out of bounds. Cam Schmidt with a big rip, trying to go up the field. It pops out to about the 50. Slides it up to her teammate, but Mia Catane is there with a beautiful defensive play, splitting the two offensive players, and clears the ball up to the 50. Ball comes back the other way. Catane again. Finds Denon. Denon near sideline. Tries to send Maddie Kiley, but knocked down by the Cardinal defender, number 9. I believe that was Redfern. O'Donnell into the shooter circle, advanced it. Ball gets knocked down and driven out as the Cardinals come back up far sideline. Get it up across the 50. Up to the 20. Ball into the shooter circle. Dodona tries to gather it, but that ball came in hot and bounced right off her stick and out of bounds. Nice offensive try by the Cardinals. Catane to Denon. Kiley tries to advance, but the ball gets knocked down as it's nicely defended by the Cardinals. Harrington across the 30. Montagano is there trying to defend. Tegan O'Donnell with a quick stick, knocks it away from the BG player, advances up across the 50. Grace Wolf tries to find Davidson. Davidson, far sideline, up across the 35, sends it down to Lydia Denon. Denon spins, gets it in to the shooter circle. O'Donnell in front of the net. Ball bounces, gets a shot off. Nice save by the BG goalie who flashes the right pad to stop that ball from going in the back of the net. Very nice play, and the Cardinals counter coming back up the field. But Catane is there. Works it to Denon. Maddie Kiley from the 20. Kiley tries to rip one in, but Taylor Gabord is there, knocks it down, gathers it, sends it nicely up to Harrington. Harrington with a big rip up the field. As the Cardinals give chase, Skylar Naftali, far sideline, trying to get that ball. Now Grace Wolf for the Bulldogs gets it up across the 50. Ball's battled for on the 50. Montagano settles it down, tries to send Grace Wolf far sideline, but that's disrupted by the BG player. Ball pops back up again. It's going to be a free hit for the Cardinals from their zone. Going back the other way. Lauren Redfern is going to take it for the Cardinals. Nicely hit up the field all the way to the 30, trying to catch Gabord. But Book Poirier is there, knocks it out of bounds. It will be a Cardinals ball on the inbound. Gabord, big lift up the field, finds Harrington, but Tegan O'Donnell's there to clear. Tries to advance it up across the 35, but the Cardinals come back the other way, only to be intercepted by Montagano. Gabord, quick stick handle, around Montagano, around Denon, into the shooter circle, moves to her right, looking for space. Spins, reverse play, trying to find her teammate, but Amelia McDonald is there, carries it out to safety for the moment for the Bulldogs, and she's going to draw the benefit of a call, and it's going to be a free hit for the Bulldogs coming out to the 15. McDonald looks at her options, goes near sideline to Denon. Denon sweeps it up nicely to Davidson. If they hurry, they have a 3-on-2. Davidson, far side, defended by the Cardinals, back to Denon. Denon trying to work it back to the middle of the field, but the Cardinals get back in time and have numbers. They slowed the Bulldogs down, but Davidson back in the circle. O'Donnell tries to gather it, can't get there in time, and the Cardinals clear out of the shooter circle and advance the ball all the way up to the 50. Ball shot up to the 20. McDonald takes a bouncing ball, nicely done, passes over to Guertin. Mia Guertin, a nice drive up the field on the run as that gets across the 50, and the ball comes back the other way. Cardinals advance it back across the 20. Beautiful reverse, in on net. Addie Wolfiger plays it, gathers it, and kicks it out of bounds to slow this Cardinal offense down. And like you said, Pete, they are fast, and they are certainly good at passing the ball up the field.
Smart play by Wolfinger to get that ball out and slow things down just a bit.
Harrington gets it into the shooter circle. Brooke Poirier is there, takes it away from the Cardinal player and clears far sideline. That was again Sophia Bilodeau almost being able to generate a shooting opportunity, but Poirier was able to disrupt it, and that's the end of the first quarter. We have a 1-0 lead for the BG Cardinals against the Bedford Bulldogs.
You know what? In the first quarter, not a lot of shots by either on net by either team. The Cardinals obviously capitalized on a corner and scored the first goal. 1-0 right now. By my count, Bedford's had one shot on net. So has BG. They're both holding themselves each other tight on shots. BG is, as we say, stingy. They've played 13 games this season so far. They've only allowed 10 goals. So getting into the shooting circle and getting a shot on net is going to be a real challenge for the Bulldogs.
And the opportunity the Bulldogs had, which was a nice one right there in the goal mouth, at the gates, as they say. And it was a nice quick pad from the goaltender. It was able to keep that goal out. Well played.
Indeed.
Ayla Seaturn.
Indeed. Bishop Guertin, 11-2 on the season right now. Bedford, 8-4-2, both playoff bound. It's a matter of seeding and who gets the bye from the preliminaries, but both will be squaring off with other teams in the playoffs probably within 2 weeks now.
Well, and as we discussed as the game started, Taylor Gabord certainly shining out there on this field. Looks head and shoulders above several of the players out there. Just the stick handling, the head up and making the right play over and over again. She's certainly a force to be reckoned with. And again, as we said in other broadcasts, arguably the best player in the state, right up there with Ponzini from Wyndham and Audrey Carter out in Dover. There's some really talented field hockey players here in the state of New Hampshire. Several of them given an opportunity to go on from the high school level, and they have plans to play at the Division I college level. Gabord being one of those, as Gabord will be going to Colgate University next fall and will be playing field hockey out there.
As a reminder, you're watching BCTV live coverage of girls field hockey, the Bedford Bulldogs versus the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Congratulations to WBNH and the crew there, including Andrew Fenn, who's on camera for us tonight. They came away with 3 Granite Mike Awards at the Broadcast Awards, Granite State Broadcast Awards last night. 2 of them they swept for play-by-play, so I'm wondering, Scott, if you and I need to flip over to radio and start collecting some hardware. What do you think
so, Get some accolades here.
There you go. But thanks to the folks at BCTV. They've been great supporters of field hockey and girls sports in general, and they've done a great job promoting and broadcasting sports within Bedford High School.
Yeah, we sincerely appreciate their efforts and support. As the play is back underway here to start the second quarter, Kylie tries to move it up across the 40. Gabord is there, pops it up between the 2 Bedford players, and swiftly comes out across the 40. She slides it over to Harrington. Harrington finds Dodona, but Mia Catane with a beautiful defensive play and breaks that up. Cardinals advance it back up to the 20. Ella O'Keefe gives chase for the Bulldogs, far sideline. Tries to send it down to Lydia Denon, but can't get there as the Cardinals bring it back in. Montagano for Bedford intercepts. Gabord gave chase. Far sideline battle for the ball. And the Cardinals win that battle. Try to make a play into center field. Don't connect. Denon finds Kylie at the 50. Kylie with a quick pop. Tries to get over the defender's stick and does. But too far out of her own reach. And that ball's gathered up by Lauren Redfern, senior defender. And she quickly negates that attempt. But back the other way. Lydia Denon for Bedford. Up to the 20. Pops the ball up. Far sideline. Davidson chops at it. O'Donnell gives chase. Davidson again tries to knock it down. Montagano gathers it. 1-on-1 against the Cardinal defender. And the Cardinal defender is able to get it up far sideline where Brooke Poirier tries to advance the ball for the Bulldogs, but it's going to be a foot call. And BG wastes no time sending the ball downfield, gets another foot call. BG's defense is solid, Pete. They are really right in the face of these Bedford offensive players and doing a nice job controlling the play.
We talk about the speed of Bishop Guertin offensively, but their defenders have incredible speed as well, and it's tough to get past them, even on a breakaway.
It certainly is. Montagano for Bedford, trying to find O'Donnell. But again, Redfern is there, giving her the business. Lydia Denon tries to advance it up across the field into the center. Nicely defended by Harrington as she comes back. Makes a nice play. Tries to advance it up the field, but it's knocked down by Brooke Poirier. Poirier, far sideline, spins at the 40. Tries to find Denon. Ball pops back out towards the center of the field. On to Gabord's stick. Gabord stick handles nicely around the Bedford players and sends one far sideline. That ball goes all the way down. Bedford is lucky on that play that ended up either going out of bounds or being a foot call. I'm not sure what it was on the field, but that almost ended up in an odd person rush, an offensive chance again for the Cardinals. Ball at the 50. O'Keefe reaches out, but they're going to call her for the reach, and the ball's going to come out to about the 48-yard line. Redfern sets up with a free hit for the Cardinals. Rips one. Nicely played and nicely knocked down by Amelia McDonald as she finds Denon. Denon up to Kylie. Kylie at the 50. Tries to spin and move. Pressured by the Cardinals there. Number 6, Jasmine Shattuck. And Jasmine Shattuck is able to get a foot call to go back the other way for the Cardinals. Gabord pops it over O'Keefe's stick. Montagano spins in circles as she tries to go through 2 Cardinals. She does, up across the 50. Beautiful ball, down to the 20. She finds Davidson. Lydia Denon tries to spin and get it to Tegan O'Donnell, but just out behind her. And they don't connect as the Cardinals come back the other way quickly. Ball goes up across the 30 as the Cardinal player trips and falls down trying to gather that ball. Haley LeBlanc. And Amelia McDonald tries to work it out far sideline. But the Cardinals are going to get a call in their favor. And it's going to come back the other way. Cardinals from the 10-yard line. Try to get in the shooter circle, but it gets knocked out of bounds. Still going to be Cardinal ball as that went off at a Bedford defender stick. It's going to come back out to the 25. Redfern from the 25 for Bishop Guertin. Back passes. Tries to advance. Montagano nicely knocks it down. Slides it near side with Kylie. Kylie up over the 45 to the 50. Trying to beat Harrington, but Harrington is right in her face. Gabord and Montagano give battle. Montagano gets the call. Kylie up across the 30, up across the 20. Harrington, nicely defended, takes the ball away and finds Addie Dodano. Addie Dodano up across the 50, but nice defensive play by Mia Guertin as she knocks the ball down. It is going to be a free hit for BG from about the 50, but Guertin playing a solid game tonight on defense. She's made some really nice plays so far as we're about the 9-minute mark in the second quarter. Big drive from the Cardinal player, but that's going to go out of bounds as number 14, Sophia Bilodeau, tried to advance the ball up the field. Junior defender Amelia McDonald from the 16. Moves up to the 20. Goes left, goes a reverse. Tries to go out. Ball goes out far sideline and into the Bedford bench. But it went off a Cardinal stick, so Bedford gets the free hit as the ball comes out to the 50. Redfern and O'Donnell and now Denon all battle for it. And Cardinals win the ball, get it up across the 40. Advance it up to the 20, but McDonald is there. She quickly one-times it out towards the sideline. Montagano gathers it, tries a spin move, but it's going to go off her foot, and the Cardinals are going to get a free hit from just inside the 28-yard line. Gabord from the 20, from the shooter circle. Big reverse shot, saved by Wolfiger. That got deflected on the way in. I think Amelia McDonald knocked that down to knock some steam off it. That was a heck of an offensive opportunity from the Cardinals, Pete.
It was an equally great save by Addie Wolfinger.
Lots of action out here. 7:30 left on the clock. Second quarter. Denon intercepts. Kylie. O'Donnell gives chase. O'Donnell tries to get around Maddie Harrington. Up to the 30. Again, sprinting for the ball. Chops at it. It's going to go off a stick and out of bounds. A free hit for the Cardinals coming back the other way as the Bulldogs are trying to generate some offense here. Near sideline. Ball comes all the way up to the 50. Guertin is there. She tries to go back the other way as Gabord works the 40-yard line. Call goes the Bulldogs' way. Montagano from the 40. Montagano finds O'Donnell, center of the field. O'Donnell tries to go far side out to Denon, but nicely defended there by the Cardinals as they come out the other way. Back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell stick handles. Goes over to Denon. Denon tries to give it back to her. But the Cardinals clear right up to the 50 and the 40 as they come charging up the field. Amelia McDonald knocks it down, nicely defended by the junior captain defender as she clears up across the 50 and slows the Cardinal rush down. Once again, Amelia McDonald making a beautiful defensive play. From the 50, players are battling for it. Gabord, beautiful reverse. Advances the ball up to the 35. Brooke Poirier is there for Bedford. She knocks it down to the stick tackle. BG continues to try and work the center of that field. Poirier scrambling, trying to knock the ball away. Guertin steps up and knocks it out of the reach of Addison Dodano Otherwise, there would have been another offensive opportunity for the Cardinals as Kylie comes back the other way with speed. Tries to advance the ball up to Tegan O'Donnell. Can't get there. Kylie knocks it down again. Cam Schmidt trying to play defense there. Lauren Redfern spins as O'Donnell spins away from her and tries to get it in the shooter circle, but knocked out. Nicely defended by the Cardinals. Ball back into the shooter circle. Davidson gives a chop at it. And they're going to call a foot call. And free hit coming back out the other way for the Cardinals. Gabord. Nifty little move around Montagano. Another beautiful stick handle around Poirier. Referee makes a call in the field.
Good call.
Not sure what the call was on that. Poirier tries to clear. Knocked down quickly by the Cardinals player. She comes up across the 30, up across the 20. Skylar Naftali tries to enter it in to Dodonna, Dodonna knocks it out of the air and puts it in. Cardinals score 2-0 BG.
Well, the defense for Bedford has been stopping the onslaught from the Cardinals, but the Cardinals did what they normally do. After a while, they put one in the net. Bulldogs down 2-0.
Nice job, girls. Go, keep it up, BG.
Addison Dodonna with a nice play out in front of the net. That ball came in, bouncing around. She was able to gather it, control it, get a shot off to get it by Wolfiger. And here come the Cardinals again, charging up the field quickly, up across the 30. Poirier knocks it down, but they're going to call a free hit going the Cardinals' way. McDonald steps up nicely, intercepts the pass, comes near sideline, tries to drive it up the field, does advance it to Kylie. Kylie tries to send O'Donnell on the run. Nicely defended by the Cardinals player, but they get a whistle as O'Donnell comes in the shooter circle. She moves to her right, gets a shot off hard, but they're going to call that back as a dangerous shot as it came up in the air. And it's going to be a free hit coming back Cardinals' way. It's a nice scoring opportunity, some nice passing to get the ball up the field. And that ball just popped up on O'Donnell. Near sideline. Maddie Harrington just off her stick, and ball's going to come back the other way from the 25. Senior captain, Natalie Denon, goes back to Guertin. Guertin finds McDonald. McDonald continues to switch fields, finds Poirier at the 50. Poirier tries to go far sideline, does, finds Ella O'Keefe from the 20. O'Keefe into the shooter circle. Ball bounced around. O'Donnell gives chase. O'Keefe tries to get it back to O'Donnell again. Quick shot, nice right pad save by the Bishop Guertin goalie as O'Donnell got a good shot off. And Maddie Harrington comes back the other way for the Cardinals. And Guertin is there again. Harrington battles for it. Wins it. Finds Skylar Naftali. Naftali up across the 30. Up across the 20. Brooke Poirier knocks that down on the intercept. Tries to find O'Keefe far sideline. O'Keefe advances it up the field to Davidson. Davidson finds Denon. Denon fights for it. Passes it up ahead of O'Donnell. O'Donnell tries to steal it from the Guertin defender. Does. Quick reverse, trying to find Davidson in on a one-on-one situation. But again, nicely defended by the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Bishop Guertin Cardinals as they clear the ball out of bounds.
Good job by Tegan O'Donnell getting the ball into the shooting circle. That's where things happen, and equally great play by BG just to knock it out of the circle.
Montagano with a free hit from the 30 goes quickly. Tries to advance it into the shooter circle, does. Defended nicely by the Cardinals. Taylor Gabord comes out across the 30, up across the 40. Nice lead pass over to Dodona. Addie Dodona up across the 30. Tries a center teammate, does. From the baseline, quick cross out in front of the net. Knocked down by Poirier. Dodona tries to circle back around again. Cleared by Ella O'Keefe out of the shooter circle. But Maddie Harrington sends it back in to the goal mouth. And Amelia McDonald clears out of harm's way, far sideline, as she stick handles nicely and then does a spin move and through the legs of the Guertin player. Ball pops back up, and it's going to be a call for a free hit for the Bulldogs to clear. Just about 30 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter. And the action is fast and furious here at Bedford High School. From the 35, Redfern tries to go far side to Neftali. Neftali gives chase, but Brooke Poirier is there for Bedford. Tries to clear, does, finds Denon, just a misfire. Can't quite get it up the field. O'Keefe battles for it, and that'll be the end of the second quarter, as we've seen some really entertaining play out there. A lot of skills on this field.
Oh, for sure. And the Cardinals enter halftime with a 2-0 lead. One goal from Gabord off a corner, and another goal on our actually brilliant offensive series scored by Dodona. So BG is up at halftime. We've seen Bedford come back with a deficit plenty of times this year at halftime. So we'll see how they come out. How Coach McStowe. Changes up a little bit the game plan, and they've just got to find a way to overcome that BG defense. There's no question that it's no wonder they've only given up on average less than a goal a game, right? It's going to be a tough battle for the Bulldogs.
Well, we have 15 minutes on the clock as the players come back out onto the field. And we are moments away from the start of this third quarter. I'd like to remind all you Bedford Bulldog fans out there that they were down 2-0 to Dover, and they were able to come back and end up in a 2-2 tie. And at the time, Dover was the top of the pile as they were the number one team in the state.
And they still are.
Yeah.
They still are.
And they only
They're
had
number one.
was it 2 goals or 3 goals scored against them all season? So play is back underway as Denon spins around trying to find O'Donnell. O'Donnell back to Denon at the 40. Denon, far sideline. Dodano's there as she tries to clear it. Guertin over to Montagano. Montagano on the 50. Nice spin away to keep control of the ball. Pops it up over the top of Taylor Gabord's stick. Finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell from the 35. O'Donnell passes out far side to Kylie. Kylie rips one top circle. Unfortunately, nobody was there for the Bulldogs to get a shot off as the Cardinals come back the other way. Guertin at the 50, nicely knocked down. Quickly finds Montagano at the 40. Montagano with a 360 spin. And Taylor Gabord with a 360 spin of her own as she sends the ball upfield. Dodona tries to advance. Ball pops up over Brooke Poirier's stick. The Cardinal player into the shooter circle. Spins and nicely defended once again. Amelia McDonald stepping up into the passing lane, anticipating the play and clearing it out of trouble. Montagano from the 35. Goes near sideline trying to find Grace Wolf, but it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Poirier and McDonald definitely can take credit for that play breakup, and that would have been a tough one to stop if she got a shot off.
Yeah, and we don't want to take credit away from the Bedford defense. All 3 players back there tonight have certainly had their work cut out for them and done a nice job in trying to keep this just a 2-goal game. As the Cardinals work down to the 10. Work backwards, back up to the 20. Davidson comes all the way back to help out on defense and knocks it out of bounds as the Bulldogs reset. Number 15, Jordan Gable, gets the ball inbounds. Denon from the 30 Natalie Denon tries to advance it up, but they're going to call a foot call, and it's going to be a free hit for BG. Number 15, Gable, will have the free hit. She comes from about the 45, tries to go right in the center of the field, but Maddie Kiley is there quickly, but then once again knocked down by the Cardinals defender, number 22, Lola Dumont. Ball into the center of the field. Harrington knocks it away from Kiley. Kiley tries to win it back and spin. Just can't get the ball away from Harrington as the ball comes back up quickly across the 40. Cardinals advance it up to the 30. Brooke Poirier is there, knocks it out of bounds. Ball comes back into the shooter circle. Dodonna, far side, spins, tries to advance it towards the goal mouth. McDonald is there, over to Guertin. Guertin tries a big drive. It just bounces up on her, but does clear it out of the shooter circle and up to the 20. BG brings it back in bounds. They find Gabord. Gabord, beautiful stick handle. Looks for the reverse. Big shot. Big goal. 3-0. Bishop Guertin Cardinals off the stick of Taylor Gabord. What a rip.
Yeah, that was lightning fast. I don't think Addie Wolfinger had a chance on that one. When that left her stick, that thing was going in the net.
Nice, low, hard, fast shot. Quick release. Very difficult to defend. And as we said at the beginning of the broadcast, what a treat to see the skill set of Taylor Gabord, senior for Bishop Guertin. Denon. Bulldogs try and mount an offensive attack. As they try and advance the ball up, they get the benefit of a foot call. Ball's going to come out to about the 25. Montagano. Montagano, stick handles, moves 5 yards, tries to get around Gabord, does, advances it into the circle, into the goal mouth. O'Donnell tries to gather. Ball had popped up off the goalie's foot into the air. That's going to generate a corner call in the Bulldogs' favor.
Great opportunity for Bedford here.
Let's see if the Bulldogs can execute on this corner. 10:30 left in the third quarter as McDonald goes baseline. McStowe calls in the play. Referee gives McDonald the signal. She inserts to Kiley. Kiley, quick wrist shot. Ball pops up. Riley again. Kiley tries to get the rebound, but ball goes wide to the left side of the net and off a Guertin player. So that ball is going to come up to the 25-yard line. It's going to be a Bedford Bulldog free hit from the 25 as Montagano quickly moves up across the 20. 4 defenders converge on her. She tries to advance it in, does get it to O'Donnell. O'Donnell pops at it, trying to get it to Davidson. Goes up in the air. The referee is going to call a dangerous ball, and it's going to come back out the other way as the Cardinals have a free hit. Redfern with a nice rip up the field. Gabord stick handles expertly between 2 Bedford defenders. Sends the ball up the field, but McDonald once again is there to knock it down, and the ball comes back the other way. Denon pushes the ball up across the 15. Tries to get it into O'Donnell, but can, as it's nicely defended. Very well defended by the Cardinals. Number 22, Lola Dumont. Gabord sends the ball far, deep into the territory of the Bulldogs. Up to the 20. Ball back into the shooting circle. Dodonna with a shot. And she puts it far right side. Shoots and scores 4-0. Bishop Guertin Cardinals.
Second goal for Dodonna. So Gabord and Dodonna each have 2.
8:56 in the third. And McStowe for the Bulldogs is going to call a timeout.
Good time for Bedford to take that timeout, collect themselves, and just under 9 minutes left in the third quarter.
Well, quite an offensive performance here tonight by the Cardinals as they're just pouring it on. Bulldogs just don't seem to be able to generate the appropriate offense they want once they get down at the top of that shooter circle. They just can't seem to get through that defense to get even a one-timer off on a spin move. You know, should also mention the fact you've got Harrington and Cabord playing both sides of the field, obviously as midfielders, but they are just as solid on defense as they are on offense, Pete.
They sure are, and they're dangerous when they get the ball on defense because they'll get the ball upfield into Bedford territory, which they've done numerous times tonight. Well, this, Bishop Guertin 11-2, right? So Dover still leads the pack at 13-0. Windham is in second spot. Bishop Guertin is in the 3. These top 3 teams, they're going to be a challenge for anybody as the playoff time approaches.
Well, we knew the Bulldogs were going to have to come out and have a solid game tonight in order to compete. They had an incredible game against Dover. Also had some calls go their way on top of that, which is, when Lady Luck's in your corner, that helps as well. But not to take away from their tie, it was a heck of a game and a heck of a performance. Addie Wolfiger in particular in net with some incredible saves to keep that game a 2-2 tie. Right now, just the Cardinals' offense is just really powerful and a little bit too much to handle. But there's plenty of time on the clock. 8:52 in the third as the players get back on the field, and anything can happen. 4-0 lead for the Cardinals as the play gets back underway. O'Donnell carries up over across the 40, trying to get around 2 Guertin defenders. Gets to the 30, flips the ball up nicely to Denon. Denon from the 10 tries to advance it. Ball pops up, gets a foot call. Montagano's trying to move quickly, but the referee slows it down. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, they were trying to take advantage of that call. Gianna Pizzetti is on the field for the Cardinals now as Montagano tries to chase it down, but nicely played by Lauren Redfern. Denon tries to go back the other way, finds O'Keefe. O'Keefe from the 5-yard line goes baseline. Denon tries to circle and end up putting it out in the goal mouth, but that ball comes up, flies up in the air, and the referee blows the whistle, and that's going to be a free hit coming back Cardinals' way from the 16. Redfern goes far side, finds Harrington. Harrington trying to send one of the forwards, but scooped up by the Bulldogs as McDonald nicely stick handles away from trouble as Neftali with that speed just flying after the ball. And Guertin tries to clear it. Addie Harrington tries to advance. McDonald clears it again. Denon. Pizzetti for the Cardinals. Working that far sideline, battling against Denon. Denon just spins and clears in order to try and slow the play down. And Harrington inserts again. O'Donnell quickly steals, quickly up the field, up across the 40. Tries to feed Kylie, but nicely played by the Cardinals defender as she slows the play down. That was number 15, Jordan Gable, as she tries to advance it into the shooter circle, and Montagano is there and is going to earn a call to come the Bulldogs' way. McDonald from the 16 on the free hit for Bedford. Big sky all the way up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell tries to gather it and go the other way, but the referee is going to call a dangerous play, and Redfern's going to quickly come back the other way for the Cardinals. Tries to feed it into her teammate. Denon defending. Into Redfern again. Redfern slides it to Neftali. Neftali trying to work at it, but Mia Guertin comes out nicely with the ball. Goes far sideline and just out of the reach of Maddie Kiley as she was trying to catch up with it. And the Bulldogs are trying to generate that play we discussed earlier, which is that sideline speed from Kiley. Just couldn't get it to her. From the 30, Montagano gathers, tries to advance it up across the 40, but Maddie Harrington is there for BG as she comes charging back all the way down to the 10-yard line in the 5. Spins, gets it up top to Pizzetti. Pizzetti, big hit into the shooter circle. McDonald knocks it down and carries it out of harm's way and out of bounds. Cardinals inbound. Denin's there. Finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell comes up across the 40, up across the 50. Pizzetti gives chase. O'Donnell, nice pass out wide to Kylie. Kylie rips it back to O'Donnell, and the give and go. O'Donnell tries to find Denin, far post. But once again, the Cardinals, with that really stingy defense, just step right up and knock the ball down and go back the other way as they come back up across the 40. Mia Guertin knocks it down. Now Montagano gathers for the Bulldogs, finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell, quick one-time pass far sideline, trying to catch Kylie. Kylie runs out of room, tries to drive it upfield. It goes off a BG player and out of bounds. And senior captain Natalie Denin will come up and inbound the ball for the Bulldogs. Finds O'Donnell, middle of the field. O'Donnell swiftly over to O'Keefe. O'Keefe tries to get in the shooter circle, does, but no one's there as it bounces out of bounds through the goal line. It's going to be a Bedford ball because it went off a BG stick. Ball will come back out to the 25. Montagano will set up and try and quarterback a play. Denin from the 25. Tries to find O'Donnell, does. O'Donnell gathers it, stick handles in and around the defenders, trying to work her way into the shooter circle, now battling for it, and they're going to call a free hit going the Cardinals' way. So O'Donnell just couldn't get around those defenders. Not a lot of options out there right now, Pete.
No, good effort by the Bulldogs, but they're hitting that wall, and that wall is Bishop Guertin in the defensive zone.
McDonald up to Montagano. Montagano finds O'Donnell with a quick spin. O'Donnell nicely fed down to Denin. Denin, quick shot on net. Right pad save by the Bishop Guertin goalie. O'Keefe tries to get it to keep it in the shooter circle and just can't as the Cardinals clear it once again. Skylar Neftali up across the 50. Super fast. She just doesn't connect with her teammate. Ball goes out of bounds, but boy, is she lightning as she runs up the field. Montagano for the Bulldogs. Tries to go far sideline to Denin, but Pizzetti was there. Guertin. Now McDonald trying to get at it. Neftali makes the play, is going to get a free hit for the Cardinals. Taylor Gabord from the top of the shooting circle as she moves 5 yards, right then left, trying to find an opportunity to take a shot. Spins, rips one.
There's her hat trick.
And that is a hat trick for Taylor Gabord as she just unloads a missile. Low right side. Oh, disregard. They're going to call no goal on that. I'm not sure what the call on the field is. But that is a no goal. Still
Well, it was a heck of a
4-0.
shot. We'll take the no goal if you're a Bedford fan, but one heck of a shot.
As the Cardinals come roaring right back into the goal mouth, and they're
That'll be
going
a
to
corner.
earn the benefit of a call. And they're going to get a corner. Wow, Pete, that was just another rocket of a shot. Really nice play by the Guertin senior captain, Taylor Gabord. And you could see her trying to spin to find the opening just to get the shot off, and boy, did she ever. I'm guessing they're going to call a dangerous stick on that is, my best guess as to what the call on the field was from up here in the booth. Ball inserted, up to Gabord. Gabord moves to the right, rips another one. Wolfinger, beautiful right pad save to keep the ball out of the back of the net. And the Cardinals try to advance it back in. It pops up, and it goes off a player, and it's going to be a free hit from the 16 as Brooke Poirier tries to hurry, goes far near sideline, and unfortunately out of the reach of Ella O'Keefe.
Nice stop by Addie Wolfinger.
Beautiful save.
Yep.
Credit to her, 4-0. and she's still staying dialed in. Cardinals insert. Harrington comes right up the gut of the field. Met by Montagano. Denon with a quick slap at it. Finds Kylie. Kylie spins. Gets back to midfield trying to find one of her teammates. But Montagano is there. Montagano gathers it. Gets across the 40. Over to Denon. Denon nicely carrying the ball up to the 20. Tries to go goal line down to Davidson. But nicely defended by Bishop Guertin. But Ella O'Keefe is there. O'Donnell with a quick shot. Nice pad save. And again, O'Donnell with a quick rebound. Ball pops up. Another save from the Guertin goalie. Unbelievable play in the net for the Cardinals as O'Donnell, one of the better goal scorers on the Bulldogs, had a great opportunity there but just couldn't get it past the goalie. And we stay 4-0.
Well, coming to the end of the third quarter there, some nice offensive pressure by the Bulldogs. Just couldn't get it in the net. With all the scoring on the BG side, they haven't had a lot of shots on net, but the ones they've taken have gone in.
Quality shots.
Absolutely. You have Gabord now with a hat trick. You've got Dodonna with 2.
Yeah, they called that last goal back.
They called that back. I beg your pardon. It's 2-2.
Yep.
That's right. See, I don't expect to see Taylor Gabord shots called back,
You really don't. And
so.
it's, some of it you just kind of stand here and in amazement when she lets those shots go because, boy, that's the mark of a Division I talent, right?
Oh, no question.
We saw that with Audrey Carter, too. Yep. The ball would come up and you'd see her and they're just, 95% of the time, they're getting all of that stick on that ball.
Oh, you bet.
And that thing is coming with some steam. And, Wolfiger can't react to that when a ball's coming at her at that type of a rate of speed. And the ball is placed where Gabord wants to place it. So it's one thing when there's a scramble in front of the net and there's rebounds and the ball's getting passed around. That gives the goalie and the defenders a chance to kind of hustle and get in the way of the play. But when you have somebody that talented that can wind up and just put all that stick on the ball and pick corners like that, even off the backhand, very, very difficult to defend. And to her credit, I know she works extremely hard at this sport and has really dedicated a lot of time over the years, to her craft, and that certainly has paid off as we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter.
Well, she'll be starting, I'm sure, a very successful career at Colgate in 2024. But, part of field hockey is those shots are taken. When you have a cannon shot like she does, in the shooting circle, you are close to net. So it doesn't give a goalie much of an opportunity to defend when you have a rifle shot like that. Mm-hmm. It's tough. It's not
react.
It's not like that ball's coming off the 20-yard line and you got time to plan.
Mm-hmm. As we're back underway to start the fourth quarter here, 4-0 lead, Bishop Guertin Cardinals. As Gabord comes up across the 50, advances the ball all the way up to the 25, but Mia Catane is there for the Bulldogs. She tries to clear it, and Montagano's going to get a free hit real quick as she tries to send O'Donnell on the run. O'Donnell nicely gathered, passes up to the 30. Denon tries to get in the shooter circle to Davidson. Kylie gives chase as once again the Cardinals defense stops him right at the top of the shooter circle. Ball comes back out the other way and up the field. Catane for Bedford up across the 50. Nice stick handling and nice pass. Finds Montagano, far side to Kylie. Kylie tries to get into O'Donnell. O'Donnell, quick one-timer, but defended nicely by the Cardinals. They got in the shooting path, and that ball went out of bounds off a Cardinal player's stick, and it's going to be a free hit as the ball's going to come back out to the 25 for the Bulldogs. Nice goal-scoring opportunity there for Bedford. Denon from the 25, goes 5 yards, takes a look, sends it. Tries to get the ball in that shooting circle again, but knocked down by the Cardinals as they go far sideline. Dodonna, with speed, finds her teammate up at the 45. Ball continues up the field all the way up to the 30. And back into the shooter circle. Dodonna in all alone, but Addie Wolfiger runs out and kicks it out of harm's way, stopping Dodonna's bid for a third goal of the night. Here comes Maddie Kiley, far sideline. Maddie Harrington tracks down the speedster, but nicely reversed by Maddie Kiley trying to get the ball to a teammate. And back the other way come the Cardinals. Poirier tries to carry quickly up the field, but it goes off a Cardinal stick. Number 4, Haley LeBlanc, tried to make the play there, but just couldn't control it to go back the other way. Ball back inserted. Pops up in the air. It's going to be Montagano with a free hit. Referee's going to slow her down as she's trying to take advantage of that whistle. Seen a lot of that tonight, Pete. You know, other games, the referees have kind of let that go. It certainly is a quick advantage for the team that gets awarded the call in their favor if they can quickly grab the ball and set up and get up the field. But the referees have really slowed the game down tonight when it comes to that. McDonald from the top of the shooter circle picks the pocket of the Cardinal player. Gabord recovers as she's double teamed. O'Donnell on Gabord, trying to get the ball away from her. Going to be called on interference and free hit for Gabord, but Gabord knocks it up and Bedford's able to clear up to the 50. Denon pushes it up to Davidson. Davidson from the 35 tries to advance the ball up to Denon, and once again, the Cardinals come back quickly. Montagano trying to work around Redfern, but Redfern nicely knocks it down, and up comes McDonald. Amelia McDonald, one-handed, far side of the field from the 50. Tries to get it up to Kiley, but Maddie Harrington is there for BG as she intercepts. Far side to Donna. Goes quickly down the sideline. Catane slows her down. Montagano, far sideline to Denon. Kiley tries to rip it up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell does. Tries to spin and cover on the ball. Does. Right off the foot, but she's going to get the benefit of a call. Goes quickly in the shooter circle. Rips one at the net. But the referee, I think, is going to call another dangerous hit as the ball came up high. The stick came up high. And negate the play. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, Sis Coley for Bishop Guertin has played wonderfully tonight. Ayla Seaturn has done a wonderful job of squaring up on the ball on top of all the defensive play from the Guertin players. Ella O'Keefe, nicely knocked down by Maddie Harrington as she comes up across the 40, but Mia Catane steps up, intercepts at the 50, passes it out to Ella O'Keefe. Ella O'Keefe trying to find O'Donnell. O'Donnell gets the ball at the 30. Big backhand into the circle, but knocked down there and defended by Lauren Redfern as she clears. And up comes the Bishop Guertin Cardinals with speed up across the 50. Poirier tries to keep her far sideline. That's Neftali for the Cardinals as she tries a rip. Does get a hold of it into her teammate, into the shooting circle. Top of the circle, Gabord, backhand. Dodonna tries to redirect, but it stays just left of the goal. And the Bulldogs dodged a bullet there. Boy, this Cardinals team is fast. I know we keep saying it, but it is amazing to see how quickly these girls get up the field.
Well, they are fast, and they always seem to be where the ball is, right? They're, whether it's on offense or defense, they've got somebody on the ball. And it's stymied the Bulldogs' passing efforts.
Just under 9 minutes left in the game here in the fourth quarter. As Dodonna gets in the shooting circle, rips one at the net. Right pad save by Addie Wolfiger. She keeps the ball out of the back of the net. And out of bounds. Ball will come back up to the 25 for the Cardinals. Redfern, far side, Harrington. Grace Wolf knocks it down for Bedford, tries to clear. Earns a call for Bedford. It's going to come back to the 25. Grace Wolf, far sideline, trying to get it over to Denon. Denon's got to chase it and battle for it. Does. Ball pops out of bounds, but Denon's going to reinsert the ball. Goes back to Guertin. Guertin tries a give and go with Denon, but back into traffic. And Maddie Harrington comes the other way. Guertin tries to slow her down. Ball goes out of bounds. Harrington inbounds. Finds Dodonna down low. Ball pops up and off the foot of Dodonna. It's going to be a free hit coming back the Bulldogs' way. 7:35 on the clock in the fourth quarter. Mia Guertin tries to send it, but Dodonna knocks it down, advances towards the goal, but it goes out of bounds. And that ball will come back up to the 16 as McDonald picks it up and gets ready for the free stroke. McDonald tries to clear. Dodonna knocks it down again. McDonald steals it from her, finds Kylie. Kylie tries to advance it. Nicely played by Redfern as it works its way back into the shooter circle, and it ends up going off the foot of a Bedford player. And the BG Cardinals are going to get another chance at a corner with about 6:45 left on the clock here in the fourth. Not what Bedford was looking for, Pete.
No, indeed. This is BG's fourth quarter. They've scored on their very first corner. And as we always say, this is one of the best scoring opportunities for any team.
Well, we'll see where Harrington puts it as she gets set. Referee gives her the signal right up to Gabord.
Of course.
Gabord, top of the circle, slides it over. O'Donnell gives chase, gets in the way of the shooting lane, knocks it down, and McDonald comes up and tries to get it out. Does. Montagano now in on the play as she flips the ball up on her stick and up across the 20, trying to find an opening. Finds Maddie Kiley, who pops it up over the 40-yard line. And they're going to call a foot going back Guertin's way. Bulldogs just can't find space. These Guertin players are spread out nicely and on the ball quickly, and the skill set is pretty impressive. Maddie Harrington with a reverse. Finds her teammate Dodonna. Dodonna advances it up to her teammate, but McDonald's there as she quickly carries the ball out of harm's way. Far sideline out to the 20. And she's going to get the benefit of the call as she's bodied at the 20. They're going to call a penalty against the Cardinal player. I believe that was Sophia Bilodeau. Referee's going to reset. 5:17 left on the clock. McDonald for Bedford pushes the ball up to Denon, but it bounces up, and Maddie Harrington knocks it down and comes back and weaves her way through several Bedford defenders. Spins off it, goes far sideline to her teammate, who inserts it. Brooke Poirier's there, gives it to Montagano. Montagano to Grace Wolf. Grace Wolf tries a stick handle around Naftali. Montagano now tries to clear it hard, but can't as Lauren Redford knocks it down. Maddie Kiley gives chase. Gabord there, quickly stick handles in and around two players. Nicely defended by Denon. Montagano now tries to send O'Donnell. O'Donnell starts to go up the field with the ball, but quickly recovering is the Cardinal player. She catches up with her and knocks her down. Knocks the ball down. That was number 15, Jordan Gable.
Boy, she came out of nowhere.
Yep, quick feet. Dodonna tries to get a shot off. Nicely played by McDonald's, and it's going to be a free hit coming back Bedford's way. Every time Bedford starts to come up the field, you've got someone with speed chasing them down and knocking the ball away or slowing the play down. This Guertin team's biggest asset, aside of Taylor Gabord, is certainly their speed.
No question.
Montagano from the 30 finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell from the 50, quick stick handle, inside out, tries to go to Denon. Denon continues to advance it, pushes it up, trying to get to O'Donnell, but knocked down nicely and defended by number 22, Lola Dumont. And Harrington brings it all the way back up the way to Addie Dodonna. Brooke Poirier trying to stick handle away from Neftali, but Neftali with quick feet puts the pressure on, but it ends up going off one of her feet, and it's going to be a free hit.
Well,
As O'Donnell gets to the 50, tries a one-time pass, but Lauren Redfern is there, knocks it down, spins away, and comes across the 50 back into the offensive zone.
BG's back at full strength.
Ball in the top of the circle. Taylor Gabord moves right, tries a rip in towards the net. McDonald knocks it down. Gabord stays pursuing it, advances the ball in towards the net. Neftali takes a swipe at it, and she's going to earn a corner for the Cardinals again.
Well, Gabord took a shot and then followed the ball right in to get ready for the next shot.
It's relentless, Pete.
Yep.
Just under 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 4-0 lead for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals as they get ready to insert off the corner. It'll be Maddie Harrington over the top of the ball as she waits for the referee's signal. Referee gives a signal. Harrington inserts. Finds Gabord. Gabord, top of the circle, moves right. Rips one far left.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful shot. I think that ball was deflected by Maddie Harrington. We'll wait for the call on the field.
That ball just caught that corner.
What a nicely executed corner. Gabord just pushes it off to her right, looks her space, lets it fly, and ball ends up in the back of the net. O'Donnell comes back the other way quickly, but Gabord steals it. They're going to call a foot, and Bedford's going to get a free hit coming back the other way. Montagano to Kylie. Kylie tries to get a big shot off, but just misses the ball, and Guertin comes back the other way. Ball goes out of bounds. Montagano tries to get in the shooter circle, but once again, the Guertin defense clears the ball out of harm's way. Up across the 30, far side. Big rip, ball tries to get sent in towards the shooter circle, goes off the foot of the Bedford defender. And the Cardinals, with about 30 seconds running out on the clock here, this game should end on this corner. Another offensive chance and a 5-0 game for BG, as they will end the game on this corner. Harrington over the top of the ball.
So what do you think? Is it going to go to Gabord for one last shot?
I would imagine, but we'll see how this goes. Ball inserted. Time runs out on the clock. Gabord moves left. Big backhand shot. Save. Knocked down by Poirier, as they try to clear the ball. And they're going to call game on that corner as Gabord got off another incredible shot. Brooke Poirier saved a goal right there for the Bulldogs as she put her stick out as it was about to cross the goal line.
Well, Taylor Gabord did what a lot of people would have expected. She gave the clinic on shooting, and 3 of her numerous shots went in. BG probably had 12, maybe 13 shots on net. Not a barrage, but 5 of them went in. 3 of them by Taylor Gabord. So not the night that the Bulldogs wanted as they wrap up their final regular season home game. They'll be off to Salem for their final game next week, taking on the Blue Devils. And then we'll be into playoff action the week after next. But clearly, BG has earned their spot in the top 3, and I think with tonight's win, they'll probably move in the top. They could very well move into the top 2. Big game coming up next week, where Dover takes on Windham. So the number 1 and 2 teams will play each other, and that will probably decide who comes out first for the season. But BG is right in there. Solid play. Bedford just could not find an answer to their speed, their ability to be where the ball is at all times, and of course, Taylor Gabord.
Yeah. Well, there is a positive note, and that's a future for the Bulldogs team. You look at that Bishop Guertin lineup, numerous seniors on that field, key players for them. They're going to graduate a lot of talent at the end of this year, but this year isn't over, Pete. And, I think anybody can play with anybody, and that's what's been proven by the scores that have been posted throughout the season. Tonight was Guertin's night. They executed almost on every play, and again, just like you said, that big shot from Gabord, the Bulldogs just didn't have an answer for that, as she was phenomenal tonight. And it was really a treat to watch a player of that caliber get out there and play and execute the way she did.
She put on the clinic for all of us, that's for sure. Well, that wraps up the regular season here at home for the Bedford Bulldog field hockey girls. They'll be in Salem next week, and then we'll have some playoff action coming up, dates and times to be announced. Want a big shout out, a big thank you, and a big shout out to the BCTV crew for covering. We covered every home game for the Bulldogs this year, which was exciting. We have the best seats in the house, and we get to watch some fantastic field hockey. So thank you to Bill Jennings, Colleen Richardson, and Andrew Fenn for all they do to make sure we get live for Bedford field hockey. So for Scott O'Donnell, I'm Pete MacDonald. Thank you very much. We hope to see you again before the season's over. Have a great day.